The type of units that are out here is everything that the Army Reserve has to offer. So we have everything from a legal command to intelligence command. We have ARCG, we have ARAC, aviation. We have all the training commands, all the instructing commands, all the geographic and functional commands are all afforded the opportunity to be here because every soldier deserves the right to achieve excellence.
We have 77 competitors here on ground, approximately 16 squads from all over the commands, from I think we're seeing 21 commands. This Best Warrior is way different than any other Best Warrior we've had because we are implementing the ESB task within the Best Warrior, and we're also doing our own Best Squad event. And what that does is pushed us from having 40-some competitors last year to up to 140 competitors this year in the squads.
Go! Go, bro, go, 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 go!
So we focus everything down to level 10 tasks for the soldier. So marksmanship, they can go out there and do their weapons. ACFT, that's pretty much already written by Army doctrine, what we're doing. But when it comes to the individual MOSs and how everything gets tied together, I think that's crucial when it comes to the soldiers working together, because the MOSs, they work within themselves for their battle assemblies, and they never get to step and work alongside soldiers with different MOSs or ASIs.
HCOs get green. HCOs get green.
When you look at Best Warrior, it is designed to create that high-performing team, that solid team that's going to get out there and know that they can trust their squad leader to get them through, or to know that they can trust their training to get them through. When I'm looking out here and I look at these competitors competing, they're not coming here like I'm here to learn or to train. They're coming here, they know what they're doing, and they're reacting like such. And to me, this environment proves the top of the top, the cream of the crop.
What time did you get here today?
I don't know, 1:57.
Is that your fastest ruck time for this distance?
Officially, sure. Unofficially, no.
What would you say your fastest ruck time for this distance is?
Low 140s.
Yeah? What do you do to train up to something like this?
Honestly, I ruck twice a week back at home, and I train like I perform. So people think I'm crazy in the community running around like this, but I mean, if you want to be the best, that's exactly what you have to do.
First Best Warrior competition for the Department of the Army was in 2002 when Sergeant Major of the Army, Jack Tilley, decided he wanted a competition at the Department of the Army level. There was Soldier of the Year competitions prior to that, but he wanted to make something official, something to exemplify what a soldier or an NCO should look like, something that people could strive to be like. And, you know, competition breeds training. In 2007 is when the Army Reserve decided that they needed to get in on this Best Warrior competition, and they held their own internal competition. 2008, the National Guard and the Army Reserve were invited to compete at DA. And actually, consequently that year, the National Guard won NCO of the Year and the Army Reserve won Soldier of the Year. So since then, we have been involved annually in this Best Warrior competition.
We have 18 medics across 3 different divisions, the 807th, the 3rd MCDS, and then AR MEDCOM. And our mission is to provide medical support to the cadre and the competitors. The events are happening at all hours of the day, so they have to be agile, physically fit, and be able to stay up with the competitors. We have 6 FLAs, ground ambulances, and then we have aid bags that the 68 whiskeys or medics carry on them that have moleskin, tourniquets, band-aids, different bandages in order to provide medical care for the competitors. they did have to complete the medical portion of the expert soldier badge, and so the soldiers had to train on those medical warrior tasks. They had to perform care under fire. They had to do a 9-line medevac. They had to treat a heat casualty, treat a spinal injury in a sea-burn environment. Those are just some of the lanes. For the medics under me, we ran that lane, the medical portion of that lane, and then also we are the live support, the real medical support.
This is the mission. So we try to put the right person in the right job. So if we need ammunition, we ask for 89 Bravos. If we need other soldiers, transportation, we get 88 Mikes. So we really go through and put our heads together and try to get the right person for the right job.
Fire!
Yeah, we're the competitive aspect of the Army Reserves, and what we focus on is training. So all of the folks on my team, we've got shooters and instructors from just about every major support command in the Army Reserves represented, folks from all walks of life, everything from, on the civilian side, police officers and doctors. They're all very passionate about training soldiers, and they're all very passionate about marksmanship and honing that craft. The cadre we have on ground for the 2021 Best Warrior competition are really the smartest and brightest non-commissioned officers and soldiers in the Army. And that's a requirement because they're evaluating and grading and training the best soldiers and best NCOs from the commands that are here competing.
But no matter what MOS you're in, this is your opportunity to come and train. And you don't just come here for 8 days or however long it takes for the mission. You train for this all year long. So you prepare yourself for long range air and missile defense. You train for soldier lethality. You train for future vertical airlifts. You're preparing yourself the entire year for this competition. So if you're a cook, you can still train for all of these and get yourself ready and get yourself to a point where you're ready to compete. And it doesn't matter if you're a male, a female, it doesn't matter your race. This is what the Army Reserves vision is. Anyone can join, anyone can be a part of this team. And if you have that drive in you and you have that motivation in you, then I fully encourage you to come.
One of the initiatives for the Army is the next generation fighting vehicles. So here on ground, we have coordinated, one of our staff, again, this goes with talent management and networking, has coordinated for us to use those JLTVs, the Joint Light Tactical Vehicles, during the competition, so we can actually showcase what the Army Reserve is doing and how we are staying ready and relevant with the rest of the force.
What's it like putting that team together and training them up and all that?
Oh, it was an awesome experience. We all got to go to Camp Dawson in West Virginia. We kind of did like a little mini Best Warrior after ours, and then we got to pick and select our team and represent the 200th MP Command to the best of our ability. We communicated really well, we moved really well as a team, and for a group of guys that just come together for really our first time, I thought it went great.
How do you feel about these like long days? I know they got you guys, what was it, like almost 24 hours yesterday?
Yep, from 01 until 01 the next day. We were going 24 hours straight. A couple naps helped a lot for sure, but it's what you got to do. You got to just push through and just keep doing the next competition, next task.
Best Warrior is much more than a competition. Best Warrior is, we've started labeling it a program because what we do is we increase readiness all the way down to the company level. How do we do that? We take these things that are coming out that are new. Either it's the Expert Soldier Badge, this is my squad. We implement those in Best Warrior, and by us implementing those in Best Warrior, all the way down to the company level, if they would like to compete at Best Warrior, they're going to train on these tasks and they're going to train that way, which meets the SMA's intent.
Don't become emotionally invested, become intellectually vested in what you're doing. So you have to understand how to be ready, but ready for anything. So as an example, this year we have the 200th Military Police working alongside the watercraft crew from the 412th Engineers. two units who would really have nothing in common, right? So what they turned around and built, those 4 staff sergeants turned around and they constructed a high-value target scenario incorporated with a tactical boat crossing across a lake with their HVT, and in the middle of that, there's a man overboard, in which now there's a scenario within a scenario within a scenario. It's promoting thinking as well. So now they have to think, well, I used to hold security on dry land. Now I have to hold security on this floating boat. And they have to use critical thinking, because at the end of the day, whatever scenario they build, they have to accomplish the mission. So it's not role-playing. It's not. It's they have to think things through, and it's the NCOs that are thinking it through. So they take the soldiers in the computer lab, and once they have the scenarios built, which are usually about 3 or 4 scenarios pulled together to make something very cohesive, then they go in there and they start going into a metal crosswalk, and they start crosswalking all these metals, so one flows into another one.
And if we can show what the results of Best Warrior are and how they can improve readiness, team cohesion, unit cohesion, then I think that there's a much better buy-in.
It's not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the soldier who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcoming, but who does actually strive to do the deeds, who knows great enthusiasm, the great devotions, who spends themselves in a worthy cause, who at best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if they fail, at least they fail while daring greatly, so that their place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat. That's you, the soldier in the arena.